Take two. In our first session, we left that we sort of are feeling an ambiguity in our Christian life. That trying to figure out and understanding and grabbing a hold of what God is doing around us and how do we fit into that. And how do our brothers and sisters fit into that whole realm of mission and ministry. And so we're left with the question, how will I know? That's where we gather together as God's people in worship. Because God returns us to the one main thing. And keeping that main thing the main thing. It indeed is a crucial foundation. It's that common confession that we have in Jesus Christ, what He has done for us through His death and resurrection, but also what He means to us because of that. And because of that common confession that we share together, we have a confident conviction in it. As we hear in 1 Corinthians 12, no one can say Jesus is Lord except in the Holy Spirit. And it's that Holy Spirit that was poured out upon us in the waters of our baptism. It's the Holy Spirit that continues to live among us as we hear the Word preached and as we come together as His people to study His Word and to share that Word with one another and to be that iron sharpening iron for one another. That the Holy Spirit can do that amazing work where we proclaim Jesus is Lord, and not only proclaim it but live it, where He's the Lord of our life as well as the Lord of heaven and earth. And so through the waters of baptism, through His Word, He develops within us a God-listening heart. It's where the Spirit speaks to us. To know exactly what He's doing around us and how we are to respond and live in it and take our role in it. And that role becomes our spiritual expression. Those things that we call spiritual gifts. Charisma, the Greek word. It becomes our charisma. They are the grace acts of God that flow through us. And as the Holy Spirit lives among us and works through us, we become more open to the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. So those gifts become active. So those gifts can be offered for the sake of the ministry of the church. So those gifts can be shared for the good of and for the gospel to others. The others that are around us. And these gifts take shape in the practicality of life. Not just sitting in a church pew, but even more importantly, in our homes, in our neighborhoods, and in the community. In the practicality of life and in the particular situations that we find ourselves in. Here at All Saints Lutheran Church, it seems that we have 4 very strong spiritual gifts among us. The gift of helps, where people aren't concerned if they know the person or not, but they hear the need. And not only do they want to help financially, but they want to be that person to help, to give a ride to a doctor's appointment, to deliver a meal. We have the spiritual gift of hospitality. They want to open up their homes to entertain, whether it be a guest that comes to visit or whether it just be to entertain the members of the congregation. There's that spiritual gift of care, that when they see and feel and know the need of somebody hurting, that they want to reach out in some way. And also the spiritual gift of engagement, that they're willing to leave their circle of friends when they see somebody unfamiliar to them, so that they might feel at home and part of this place. Indeed, those are spiritual gifts. Those are gifts that are open to the outpouring of the Spirit, that are offered for the ministry of this church, and that are shared for the good of and the gospel to others. But we can't do it alone. And we can't do it just as a group of people gathered together. But indeed, we do them because they are Holy Spirit motivated. They are Holy Spirit mobilized. And they're the Holy Spirit's mark of mission in this place. Now that's take two.